6:03 this morning. We start with that breaking news coverage out of Southern California, where there are wildfires burning across the Los Angeles area. The state of emergency has been declared with 3 major wildfires. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, posting on X this morning that California has deployed more than 1,400 firefighter personnel to combat the fires. Officials now have not given an estimate of structures damaged or destroyed, but we do know that tens of thousands of people are under evacuation orders and thousands of structures are under threat. We'll take a look here at a map. This gives us an idea. The Palisades Fire, which you've no doubt seen on your social media feeds, almost 3,000 acres there in the area just to the southwest of Malibu, where of course they had the fire just last month. We've got another fire burning, the Eaton Fire. This is out above the Pasadena area, Altadena area in the hills there. And late last night, the Hearst Fire, which is in Sylmar, the northern part of the San Fernando Valley. Now, we've had some pictures for live throughout the morning. Let's see if we can take a look here. This is the Hearst Fire. This is the one in Sylmar, the latest to break out overnight around 10:29 in the northern part of the San Fernando Valley in the Newhall Pass. We're told about 500 acres have burned here so far, and you can see obviously that there are structures that are on fire here. Now, we just lost our live picture of the Eaton Fire, but that one started around 6:30 yesterday in the hills above Altadena and Sierra Madre near Pasadena, where the Rose Parade was just on the first of the month here. At last report, 1,000 acres have burned. Several homes and structures have been destroyed. And now to a live look here at the Pacific Palisades Fire. This started around 10:30 yesterday morning. You can see just the devastation here and the amounts of homes that have burned. Nearly 3,000 acres have burned. 30,000 residents have been evacuated, and 13,000 homes are in the line of fire. I want to take a look at some video that'll show you just the inferno here that went through this area. These homes are very close together in the Pacific Palisades, and the firefighters were dealing with very, very strong winds as they were trying to put these fires out. And a lot of times the embers will go from one fire to another and one house to another, get into the eaves and into the attic. And then you see here several homes on fire. And then sometimes you'll see pictures like this, or one home next door not on fire. I want to show you this. I've spent half my life in Southern California. I've covered wildfires. I've never seen anything like this. Pacific Palisades, one way in, one way out to Sunset Boulevard. You've probably heard of that street. And the Palisades Drive leads to that. These folks here were all evacuating at the same time and were either told or decided that they needed to get out of their cars and run because there was no way to get beyond where they were. Well, the fire department still had to get their equipment in. They had to use a bulldozer here to move dozens of cars out of the way so they could get their equipment in. And Tyler, in that picture there, you can't really see the trees moving, but what I've noticed this morning when we've looked at live pictures and seen some reporters is that the wind conditions are just absolutely out of control. 70-mile-per-hour gusts, and those are hurricane strength winds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, California, obviously you have winds, Santa Ana winds that are common in that area, but to see winds gusting as high as 60, 70, even 80 miles per hour in some spots, you're right, that is hurricane force winds, which is pretty incredible. So not only the fire threat, power outage threat as well. So they're going to be dealing with it for at least the next 12 to 24 hours. The high wind warning ends at 6 p.m. this evening for them. So hopefully if they can get through today, settle those fires down, those winds will start to relax over the next couple
I'll let you explain how it all works here.
Yeah, and this is the setup that we have here for the reason why those winds are so strong. High pressure to the north, low pressure to the south. You get these winds coming in from the Intermountain West. And because it slopes down to the ocean, what happens is the air is able to warm and speed up. So that increases the distance for that relative humidity. It makes the air drier as that high pressure circulates that air, and a quick jet of cold air at the surface then warms down through the mountains. It comes through the valleys, it dries out further, and then eventually it reaches the coastal areas of LA. But the winds are very, very strong with the setup, stronger than what you normally see in California for this time of year, and that's why those winds have been very strong. Thankfully, the high pressure and low pressure start to separate, and that's why those winds will come down later on this evening and into tomorrow. Adriana?
Yeah, those winds making things very difficult there in California. Thank you so much.